When the lawyer read my late husband Benjamin Carter's final will, I expected nothing more than a few memories from the man I had loved for 45 years. Instead, my 3 children inherited a business empire worth $50 million, a luxury mansion, expensive cars, and every symbol of wealth we had built together. I was left with only one thing, an old password-protected phone. They laughed as they watched me hold it, convinced Benjamin had forgotten about me. Their laughter became even colder when I was ordered to leave the family home within 30 days. At 67 years old, with no career, no savings, and no support from my own children, I walked away carrying nothing but 8 small boxes and a phone that refused to unlock. For months, I tried every number I could remember. Birthdays, anniversaries, important dates, addresses, and lucky numbers all failed. Every wrong attempt locked the phone for longer until it became almost impossible to use. While I struggled in a tiny apartment, my children quickly revealed their true nature. My oldest son sold family assets. My daughter spent fortunes renovating the mansion, and my youngest disappeared into a life of luxury. They ignored my calls, reduced the little financial help they promised, and eventually stopped helping me completely. Hunger, loneliness, and heartbreak became my daily companions, yet I refused to throw the phone away, because deep inside I believed Benjamin had never done anything without a reason. One lonely evening, everything changed. Instead of thinking logically, I entered a number that came straight from memory. It combined our wedding anniversary with my age on the day we married. The screen suddenly unlocked. Inside, I found documents proving that Benjamin had secretly purchased commercial buildings, apartment complexes, warehouses, and investment properties over many years, all legally registered in my name. Together, they were worth more than $42 million. Hidden beside those files was a recording Benjamin had made shortly before his death. Hearing his voice again broke my heart. Benjamin apologized for every painful moment I had endured. He admitted that leaving me only the phone had been intentional because he wanted our children to reveal who they truly were when they believed they had inherited everything. He also confessed that I had spent decades sacrificing my own dreams while becoming invisible inside our family. The hidden fortune was not simply an inheritance. It was my chance to reclaim the life I had abandoned. Before the recording ended, he asked me to wait until my 70th birthday because the final part of his plan had not yet been revealed. Soon after, I discovered another contact stored inside the phone. It belonged to Benjamin's closest friend and private attorney, Samuel Hayes. He confirmed every document was genuine and revealed that millions of dollars in rental income had quietly accumulated in accounts under my name. Although I could have claimed the money immediately, I honored Benjamin's final wish and waited. During that time, my children finally contacted me again, but only because the company they had inherited was collapsing under enormous hidden debts. They begged for help without knowing I now possessed a fortune far greater than theirs. On my 70th birthday, everyone gathered at Samuel's office, expecting another routine legal meeting. Instead, Benjamin carefully planned surprise unfolded. Samuel revealed that Benjamin had secretly built a second financial empire worth more than $100 million, completely owned by me and free of debt. The visible company had always been designed as a lesson for our greedy children, while my hidden inheritance represented the life Benjamin believed I deserved after decades of sacrifice. My children were shocked. The same people who had abandoned me suddenly apologized and pleaded for financial rescue. Looking into their eyes, I finally understood what Benjamin had wanted me to see. They respected wealth, not love. I calmly refused to save them. I told them they needed to learn responsibility the same way every successful person eventually does, through struggle, humility, and consequences. Months later, I used my fortune to reopen the architectural career I had abandoned decades earlier. I founded my own design studio, hired young architects, and finally lived for myself instead of everyone else. My children lost their luxurious lifestyles and were forced to rebuild from the beginning, while I discovered that the greatest inheritance Benjamin left me was not money. It was the courage to remember the woman I had once been, and the freedom to become her again. Sometimes, the greatest gift arrives disguised as the cruelest test, and only after surviving the pain do you realize it was leading you toward the life you were always meant to live.